On her right mic. Unless she's too close. Nope.
No, you're not. No.
Okay.
He's right. He's right.
I'm not. I'm okay. I'm not on it for StreamYard.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
We need those golden tones.
I don't know why it's not. Oh, you know what? Duh. Hold on.
Boom.
Yep, I gotcha.
There it is.
What are the new layouts? Crop solo layout to show background image. What is that?
Where do you see that at?
In the settings, I was just looking in there. Crop solo layout to show background image.
Is that in general?
It's under, no, if you go into
Oh,
settings,
layouts. No.
layouts. I don't know what that means.
Why don't we click it and find out?
Well, I think we're not in
Hey.
solo. So if somebody needs to be in solo. Okay.
Look at you.
Oh, look. It's like, it's got a thing in the back.
What do you
Okay.
think, Jess?
I like it.
So
I
there's
mean,
that.
it's just going to switch back as we talk. I don't know.
No. It's, you have to be in solo.
But that's
just
what they
for
do.
people- it's for people who are doing solo shows
Mm-hmm.
and they want to look nice in the background, you know?
Yeah.
So that it's not just, or to add a little something.
But is it weird? Like if you guys were talking, if somebody was moving the camera angles to solo you as you were talking about something?
Yes.
I don't think it would be weird. I think that it's
Yes.
just needs to be well thought out. It's not just
Right.
It's not just whatever, right? Because that's what
I agree. It's weird. No?
No, but you haven't. If it's done really well, it's weird for you. It's not weird for the people who are watching
Okay, fine.
because it's like,
Oh, I'm not doing anything.
yeah,
It's
no,
not told
I'm
to.
just saying.
I'm just, yeah. Because I watch other people that do like YouTube shows and stuff like that, and they're constantly switching the cameras back and forth.
Mhm.
They got a camera switcher.
Yep.
Mhm.
So,
What's your point?
alrighty. My point is now that they have it, before you used to take up the whole screen, and
I'm
now
joking. Sorry.
you have this,
I was kidding.
and you don't like this.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, I thought Mercury in retrograde was over. Why am I having troubles again?
Well, I don't understand what Mercury in retrograde has to do with troubles. I think that that's just,
I know you think it's horse pucky, but
Yeah.
you're wrong. It's not.
well, you're actually proving my point right now. Tech
Why's that?
problems happen regardless.
Yeah. Elsie's had a problem with her audio. Right.
Uh-huh.
And now Jess has her mouth.
Fiddling.
I'm diddling. Yeah, because I'm trying to, get stuff done. All right.
Are we ready to press record? That's the big question.
We are ready to press record.
Jess is shaking her head no.
Give me one
Or
second.
am I? Oh, yeah, I
Sometimes I'm done way before you guys, and then if I'm not early, I forget. It's nowhere in the middle. I've either jumped the gun or completely forgotten.
Mm-hmm. So let me know when you're ready.
It's still bruised. It still hurts like a bitch.
Hold on, we have an injury on the field.
Dude,
Injury timeout.
do you know how I injured myself?
How would I?
I thought I said.
Well, you might have. I wasn't here.
I walked out of my deck and then
Oh.
slipped like I fell on a banana peel. Both my feet came out from under me and I landed flat on my ass.
I'll never forget one time I was skiing. I was a young lad of about 21 or 22.
It was a lovely day.
And it was snowing. I was at a ski
That's
resort,
fascinating.
and two very attractive women were coming towards the door. And me, being the gentleman that I am, I went to hold
my
the door
God.
for the ladies. And as I lurched forward to grab the door, I saw these 2 feet in front of me, and I said, "Whose feet are they?" And then all of a sudden, I panicked and get, "Oh my God, they're mine!" and they went over my head, and I landed on my shoulders, and all the air left my body.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's
Oh my gosh,
terrible.
that's the worst feeling in the
I know
entire
that.
universe.
I'm familiar with
And
that
these
feeling.
two very lovely, attractive females that I was trying to be
Oh
gentlemen,
no.
they looked at me and they said, "Oh my God, are you all right?" And I stood up as fast as I could, and in my best manly voice, I went, "I'm fine."
Oh,
I had no hair.
Wow.
wow.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God. Yes, that's
John.
horrible.
You know, it made a huge impression on me when I must have been, I'm thinking 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. My best friend and I, my next door neighbor, and I were climbing on a wall in between her house and my house, and I fell off of it. And I knocked the wind out of myself. And that was the very first time.
Good
Oh, yeah.
Lord, that's
I distinctly
terrible.
remember that feeling, and I've never forgotten it. And it taught me big lessons. Let's put it that way. I'm 50, and I still remember that one time.
Mhm.
And I did not want to have that happen to me again. It was horrible. I remember distinctly everything, how I felt. It was that's a weird.
Yes, when you have something like that happen, it's burned into your memory for sure.
It's like,
Oh, it looks like I'm getting my camera today. Hey,
Ooh, hello. You know what I haven't been able to figure out as of yet? And I don't
What?
know, it just happened. But you
What?
see how I do have like a little bit of an amber glow?
Mhm.
Yes.
You know, it looks very,
Yes.
yes, it's got an amber kind of feeling to it. I know that there's a way to set it up because I've been watching tutorials that I don't know if it's the white, but there's settings of the camera that allow
There's
for
white balance. Yes. You have
brighter
you have to
things.
show it what white looks like. And then
Yeah, no, but
adjust
I don't think it's the white balance. There's something else
Like
that
America.
you can set the camera to a specific thing, and you can have it set and not let go. So what happens is this camera is so smart that it adjusts for the lighting that you have. And if, like, let's say you want that camera to respond differently, even though the lighting, maybe it's being in quote smart, that we need to let more light in for this thing. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. And there's also I can actually set like this mode where if you set it so it doesn't shake, it's going to zoom in on me even more. There's all kinds of interesting things I haven't figured out how to do yet. It's a lot of information with this camera.
I mean, you could ask me. I have worked with a lot of DSLRs before.
DSLRs.
You know what I meant.
Yeah, but there's a
That
difference.
didn't make me sound smart, but I do know about those cameras.
But here's the thing, though. What do you call it in the background of this camera?
Aperture.
Is no the menu
Oh.
is vast.
I know.
So
I
even
had a
if you say
Canon.
to me,
I had a Canon D80, a Nikon D80 for years, and I figured it all out. I read the thing. I was professional photographer for the New Jersey school system, and I had to take pictures of all their sports and all kinds of shit.
I'm not saying that, Jess. I'm not saying you don't know. I'm saying that if you don't know what the menu, it's kind of like telling somebody that's using a PC, you just have to go find whatever setting, and you don't even know what the PC looks like. You know that it exists.
I'll see it by 9 p.m. tonight.
Okay. All right.
Why don't we press record?
Honestly. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, press record. All right. Elsie, say hello.
Hello.
Jess, say hello.
Hello.
All righty.
Dude,
Now
I'm
we-
not discounting that you don't know what you're saying. I'm telling you that the menu is insane.
I just think that because I'm funny, sometimes the assumption is that I'm also an idiot.
No, this is your stuff. You are reading into that. I am telling you that there is a gigantic menu in the back of this camera that is, it's even the guys who are professional photographer people are sitting there going like, yeah, this is like a huge menu
So
of things.
what you do
So
is
all I'm saying that it's a lot.
take a picture with every setting and then diddle with them to see what they do.
Dude, it's not 5. It's 5 pages
It's
per
500, I'm sure. I'm
Yes.
sure.
And I'm not going to sit there and do that because I'm going to forget. So I've been watching videos is all I'm
one
saying.
of those settings is letting light, more natural light,
Yes.
and that would help. That's called aperture, like John said.
Yes.
And it would help. If you can find the aperture setting, try that. Also, do you have any natural light in that room at all? Or is it covered in
all of
curtains?
the you should see how natural the light is in this room.
And the ring light's on right now?
2 of them that are shining on me that I'm sweating under my armpits.
Something, yeah. Then you need
they
the aperture needs to be adjusted.
But I think you're lit well. What else would you
I think I'm
want to
lit
do?
well too. It's just that it doesn't not match it's kind of like it's a look. You know
We
what I mean?
always look different though. I always look paler than you. I don't know why. But we're gonna find out because I wonder if the camera will make a difference. I have a window here and a window here though. I've got one on each side of me, which is why my face always looks pale.
Right, but you want to see how pale my face is going to be here when I use the other.
So that's
camera.
what happens when I close the curtain.
Yeah, you should close the curtain. It looks better.
Yeah, it does kind of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Watch, I'll show you. This is the other one. See how the color?
Yeah, we're more balanced. Yes, you're
This
warmer
is-
on the other one.
This is like
Yeah, but
totally.
see, I like the look of the other one though.
I like this is all white. It's see how you see how my face is all
Yeah, it looks
extra
like you
lit.
need. Yeah, but see,
Mhm.
if we were on a real set, they would be running over there putting makeup on you to get
Right.
rid of
I
that.
don't like this. This is really like I just don't want that much. It's so bright, right? You should see how much light I have. I have like this.
Mhm.
Look at this thing, and then I have this thing, and then I have this window and that window. It's like there's plenty of windows, but it's a different. It's still super warm.
To the window, to the
To the
wall.
wall.
I'm just saying, like
It's like a knee jerk.
I know.
Nobody can do to the window to anybody over 35 without us being like, to the wall,
I don't know what that is.
It's a song.
to the window, to the wall. The sweat dirt down my balls. All you, but all right, never mind. She doesn't.
I've
know it.
never heard that before.
Of course not.
I don't know what it is.
All
It's
right.
only to make me look stupid. She probably does know it.
No, I don't. What is that? Is that
It's a
is
song.
She's projecting.
like in like a song in the
He
in
has
like
to know it.
the
Hold
top
on.
40
Is it
song?
Little
Oh
John?
my God. Top
Or
40.
is it a kid's song?
Oh,
You know, like-
Neither. It's not.
It's-
It was on top 40 like 1990. Hold
Is
on.
it hip hop or what? I don't know what it would be under. It's also in the movie Proposal with
Yes.
Eddie White, Sandra Bullock.
Maybe I'll watch the movie. Oh, it's just been featured in Netflix, I think, or something. It's like,
The Proposal.
yeah, the proposal
my
is like a
favorite
big
movies.
thing right now that's being.
Normally, I don't.
Kind of sounds familiar.
Kinda.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Well,
Where were
Anyway.
you? What were you doing in the 90s?
I graduated from high
Studying.
school.
no, you didn't. You graduated in the 80s. Don't lie. 89.
I graduated in 1990.
High school?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my.
Stevie
I'm
thought
like-
I was making it up. No, it's a song.
Well, no,
John.
I just thought that it was a.
Why would
Well,
I make
see,
that up?
Stevie,
Of
I
all
didn't know
things.
either. I have never.
Okay, but she's British. She's allowed not to know.
I'm also not from the U.S. and
Every
I was
British
also
person I know is still just into Bon
not
Jovi for the
allowed.
first time.
to go to dances and things.
Yeah,
But
but
you know
you
that the British people don't know Belle Biv DeVoe. Stevie, can you comment on
I
that?
did know, Brett. I do know those guys because I think one of the dance girls in my high school did a song to them.
Yeah. Belle Biv DeVoe is like Motown Philly back again.
Yeah, I do know that.
Doing a little East Coast. But to be fair, that's her excuse for everything. I know, but British people, the British Captivate team, Mark and his sister Izzy, they don't know Belle. They've never heard Belle Biv DeVoe.
Brendan DeVoe.
Brendan, it's Belle. Stop it. It's Belle Biv DeVoe. It's Ronnie Bell, Ricky. It's from Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike.
I love that.
They're the guys from New Edition that grew up and got older. Not Brendan. That's ridiculous.
They're not New Edition
Hold
anymore.
on.
They're
They're New
Oh
Edition.
my God, that's the best. That would have been something that I would have said.
Velvet DeVoe is something I feel like British people should know, even
I
if they don't know
actually
that they
do
know,
know
like
that.
Poison, like this one.
Yeah, automatic freezing full effect.
Do you know that, Stevie? Please
I
say
do
yes.
that song.
We should start the
Yeah, we should start
show.
the show.
That's my favorite karaoke song. That girl is poison.
That's a
She's
karaoke song?
dangerous. It is if you sing
Okay,
it
look,
at
she knows that
karaoke.
one. I know that one too. I did not know the
You
first one.
shut- Oh,
so-
good. Okay, good.
Okay. So
Okay, I figured she would know that one. All right. Thank you, Stevie. Okay,
Hey, do you hear that?
what?
it's time to start the show. Is that? Hello. Welcome to episode 346 of She Podcast. I am your co-host, Jessica Kupferman. With me, as always, the very lovely and talented Elsie Escobar.
Woo! It is me. It is me.
It is her. Happy Valentine's Day for those of you who are watching live with us. Thank you for being here. We are in our typical Valentine's attire where I am decked in red with red lipstick, a red sweater, pink glasses like a total dork, and Elsie is wearing a gray and black pajama shirt.
It says love.
It says
It says
love.
love with Mickey
And
Mouse.
Mickey.
No, it does say love, but at first I was like, what the hell are you wearing?
Listen, also, I've never really been a fan of this holiday. It's not like I, like it. Yeah.
You don't
Anyway,
have to be a fan of Valentine's Day to dress up for what? Why do you need to be a fan? It's just about love. Love, exciting.
Anyway,
and new.
I
Wait, do you know
have-
that song? Come aboard. We're expecting you.
oh, the love boat. I did know that
Promises
one.
of
Listen,
love
in El
and
Salvador,
joy.
every Sunday, my grandparents would watch that
It's the
in
best
their
show,
room,
that's
and we
why.
would all come and watch it when the Love Boat was on. So I do know that. And Solid Gold. I used to
Solid
watch.
Gold. Oh, the dancers were I watched that
Yeah.
religiously. Imagine little
Yes.
Elsie and little Jessica somewhere on opposite ends of the country
I know,
watching the Solid
Gold.
Gold dancers
I
in their
mean,
skimpy outfits and ginormous hair.
it was so amazing.
I love that. That was a great show. Great show. Marilyn McCoo. I wanted to be her so
I
badly.
remember
Okay.
that. That's
Yeah.
right.
And John and Rick Dees, right? I think that's Rick Dees and Marilyn McCoo. Anyway, it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
and we used to watch the Osmonds.
Oh, I never watched that. What?
We
Never.
watched the Osmonds every single,
It's
like
very
Donnie and
Christian.
Marie.
Mhm.
I think, was it Saturday night? Oh, no, it was Sunday because it was at my
It's churchy.
grandparents' house. It was hilarious. And then watching them dance, it was just great. They had lots of really fun things.
Yes.
Anyway,
Okay.
All right,
Well,
let's start.
we've got a great show for you today. So why don't we jump right into it with
we're actually doing feedback. We're starting up with feedback from the last
Yeah,
episodes, and then we're
let's do
just going
that.
to move from it. So number one, we got called out. We got called out because we said in episode 344 that GRE was a journalist. That would be Joe Rogan, and he is not a journalist.
what exactly did I say?
You said because he is a journalist. Those were your words.
Well, I think what I meant to say was he's part of the media. That,
Well,
that like it or not, he's a media mogul. Of some
Right,
kind.
but not a journalist. And actually, so yes, you said that. And then when I was editing, when I was like listening back, I heard you say that, and I was like, he's not though. And I saw
But
that
wait a
and I
minute.
thought,
If you interview
I-
people, are you not? If you're interviewing someone for information, how are you not a
Jess,
journalist?
yes, he's a comedian. Okay.
He's also.
I would
an
have
MA.
deleted that if I would have like had it in, like I was gonna put the show out. I really wanted to put it out. I heard it and I was like, I don't know if I should leave. Like I literally had that moment when I just was like, forget it. I'll just put it in there. Because usually whenever something is not, he's not a journalist. He is not a journalist. Journalism is a thing. It's a profession. It's a thing you do. It's a thing you abide by. You abide by specific ways of doing things. And JRE is not. He is not that. He is a comedian and he has a podcast.
But to
You could say he's a
Stevie's point,
podcaster.
can you be a comedian if you're not funny?
He's funny. Stop it.
Hey, stop. We're not going to talk about him anymore. No more airtime for
Jenny
this man.
said, I wouldn't
I
argue.
don't
I'm
want-
a journalist and I do an interview show where I educate people on an issue. How is that different than his show when he's doing those episodes?
I wouldn't argue I'm a journalist and I do interview. Well, because Jenny's, do you know what Jenny's show is? Yes, you know
course.
what Jenny's show is.
Of course.
She does due diligence.
What makes you think he doesn't do due diligence?
Oh
Of
my
course
God.
he does.
Listen, we're not talking about this anymore.
Of
He's
course
done.
he does due
I
diligence.
don't want to talk about
He
him.
knows
No.
everything
Look,
about those
Jenny,
people
look,
before they step on that show.
Look at this. Jenny said, no, I'm not a journalist. See?
Is this misinformation? Do I have to take all this out?
She's saying I wouldn't argue I'm a Oh. Well, you know what? You are, though. You're part of
Dude.
the media. You're getting a story. You may not be employed by a journalism company. All right. I'm just saying for devil's advocate. Okay. He's not a professional journalist. I know. He's a
Yes.
stupid ass comedian. I get it.
Yes.
But
no, he's just not a journalist. He is
but also
a comedian
you should
with
know
a
that
podcast.
journalistic integrity is like really blurry these days. As,
Yes.
you know, much different than 30 years ago when they had a specific integrity they had to uphold. They don't now. They can be very editorial and say whatever opinion they want. So I don't see him as that much difference. But let's move on, shall we?
Yes, we are not going to talk about this. No more. And no more. I ban this conversation for at least a year.
Okay.
Just a quick question.
No more.
I got to cut this out. We'll cut this out.
Why?
No.
Well, I'm just asking.
Oh,
I'm cutting out what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But before this, do I take any of that out or no? Leave it. Okay.
I'm gonna have to. I'll listen to it afterwards.
Okay.
I don't know why I forget why it's a hot button of saying he is or isn't a journalist.
Because
But
he's
whatever.
not.
But why does it matter if I said that or not?
Because
giving
it's
it up.
not. Because that's also misinformation. That is giving him a title that is not his to own. That
The
is
title
a-
he has is podcaster. How's that?
is it- exactly. That's his title. He's a podcaster / comedian. He's not a journalist.
Would you say interviewer?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
interview.
that's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, that's it. But
That's
not a
journalistic
journalist.
practice.
No, it's a. But it just no.
Would you call
Oh my God!
what
Is this
about
where we're gonna
Geraldo Rivera when he was doing the Geraldo show? Journalism?
Journalism? Not when he was doing the Geraldo show.
What
Wasn't he?
about the Jewish guy?
Dude, there are
what's his
some
name?
people.
Jerry Springer. Journalism or not?
No, he wasn't a journalist. These are not journalists. The journalists are going, why are you calling them a journalist?
Well, they think of I know Geraldo thinks of himself as a journalist. Oprah
He
was a
did
journalist.
back in the day. Yes, absolutely. Back in the day, they did do stuff like that for sure. And
the
I think
show
that,
you don't think is journalism. I mean, it might be
No.
salacious.
we're not talking about this anymore. He is not a journalist.
It hates me so
The
much
end.
right now.
I do, because it's
You do.
like,
all right.
what is
let's move on.
that thing that our children do, Jess? The one that I do, and you are doing to me
Oppositional?
right now.
Being oppositional.
Defiance. This is what this is. This is
Yes,
oppositional defiance in the raw.
Yes, it is oppositional. I am being oppositional on
Yes.
purpose and for no good reason. She's nailed it.
So I'm like, it's like just the other day. Now my child has learned. She goes, she wants this one thing and she will not stop. She wants it. She wants it. She wants it every night. And then we have this like huge blowout. And then the other day she sits down and she goes, I am determined to ask for this every day.
You should have been like, get ready for disappointment.
No, I know. I actually did. I was like, and I was very sweet to her and I said, but I'm still going to say no. Like I was not talking down to her. I was like, seriously, just super, but I mean, you're welcome to do this, but the answer is still going to be no. And it really was, I don't want you to get all wound up over these things anymore because it's a no. So
Any
Yes.
other feedback that you guys need
Oh,
to
yes,
address?
we do. We do have feedback. Okay, so that was feedback number 1. Number 2, we got a little bit of feedback from Daniel Lewis when we were talking about that other tool that I don't remember what it was called, from Chartable or somebody. Somebody made a thing.
No, it was Rephonic, maybe.
No,
Yes.
it was not Raphonic. We are so not prepared. It was on one of these episodes. He was listening to it. Where is it? It was like
it's Linktree? The right links for your audience, it says. Wait.
no.
His thing is called Introducing LoveThePodcast.com, a smart and easy way to get more ratings and reviews. The right links for your audience. Only a few apps allow ratings and reviews. LoveThePodcast.com automatically displays only those options that work on their device. So what were we talking about?
We were talking about Rate This Podcast, and we talked about it on episode 342.
That's right.
And we talked about that, and we were like, oh, this is kind of neat because people can just do one tap and they can review your show in all of these different ways. And it was easy. And then we discussed paying for it. And then I said something like, this is great for people who like that, but I wouldn't pay for this service myself, but it's nice. And then Daniel said, I do the same thing. It's the same type of service that I have for my podcast reviews, but it's called what is it called? Rating. I love this podcast, or leave my whatever it's called. What is it called? Let's say it nicely for him. Yes, it is called LoveThePodcast.com. And in it, you can just leave reviews. That's it. The end. It's very nice. I mean, it's a very nice service. You can have, like, let's say if we had this service, we would say like, hey, if you really love this show, you can leave us a review. Head over to lovethepodcast.com/shepodcasts, and it automatically would pop up with its like the right place where somebody could leave a review, whether you're on Android or whether you're on iOS or whether you're on desktop or however. It is so smart to be able to do that, which is phenomenal. And then he also has another kind of pretty link, if you will, that is called followthepodcast.com. And so in followthepodcast.com, it is just a little pretty link maker of your show so people can subscribe or follow your show wherever they want. So we would say followthepodcast.com/shepodcasts, and you can listen to our show and subscribe however you like to listen to podcasts. So it could be, so when you go to that URL, you'll see Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and it's kind of like pod.link and all of those other services. All of this is available through my podcast reviews. So just wanted to give that out to folks. And yes, it is. These are both paid products, and you get all kinds of other interesting things behind the scenes. So if you pay for my podcast reviews, I believe this is all part of the bundle. And I think the least expensive choice is $50 a year to get all of this fun stuff. So there's that. Okay. And now we have some feedback from Patrick. Did you get the audio there, John?
Oh, no, you sent me audio?
I sent you audio in your text. Sorry. I was trying to do it while I was
Okay. I see it. I see it now. Hang on, give me a second if I can get it up there and get it on the
you should be a link.
I see the link. Just 1 second.
I should have just put it in here.
Edit point.
Edit point.
All righty. Now I have to, boy, Patrick, I hope you are I get a chance to edit this. So we're going in the raw here. As I can find it and drag it to my, oh, good God. I apologize.
Don't apologize. We didn't give this to you ahead of time.
All right. Can you intro it again?
Yes. Okay. So here we go. And lastly, we have a little bit of audio feedback from our friend Patrick from the Big Seance Podcast.
Hey, this is Patrick Keller of the Big Seance Podcast. And this message is for Elsie and Jessica. And I'm here to tell you I have an important request. It's so important. It is an emergency. And that is that You both need to do the Celine
No, it's not
You-
happening.
I totally
Turn it
wanna
off.
see you
Turn
do
it
that.
off.
No, let him ask.
The other day, I watched Celine Dion challenge videos for like 3 hours, and I was like in tears. I just love them.
They
and
are
I
funny.
totally see you two doing them.
No.
So jump on like Reels or TikTok or something.
Never.
A cool Celine Dion
No.
challenge, and I need all the other She podcasters to encourage or pressure them to do it because I
No.
want to see it. I think it would be fun. That
No.
is all. Peace out. Bye.
No.
I don't know of this challenge.
All right, hold on.
I haven't seen it either. Like you sent it to me and I couldn't even be bothered to click through. So actually,
Elsie, that's ridiculous.
what do you mean that's ridiculous?
I wanted you to see it.
I know, but it's like sometimes I don't have time.
Okay, well, guess what?
Got time now.
Now you're going to make me watch it. Mind you, there are people who are listening. For those of you who really would like us to do the Celine Dion challenge, is that what it's called?
Yes.
This is the best one, by the way.
What is?
Oh, I see. I know which one you're talking about.
So you're supposed to like.
Oh, coming back to
Oh,
me.
okay. So somebody like you have to come in. Like, does somebody bring you in?
Yeah.
Like, and
well,
you're all
you have
covered
to.
up.
No.
Oh.
There's another one. Here's another one. Hold on. It's the build up.
And then
This one.
you
Wait,
and then
here's
you
another
go.
one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, she's got a broom for fuck's sake.
She has a broom and she's.
But there's no. It always has to do with like at this part they take off the coat and the wind starts somehow.
Oh, okay.
Does she have wind? Yeah, here it goes. There's the leaf blower.
Oh.
Every time the wind has to start.
Oh, it's the wind. Okay, I see. All right. There's wind involved, and like
It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's not happening. I would never. I cannot. And
I
will
might
not.
consider it. I have to really think about it.
Who's gonna blow the wind on you?
I don't know, but I like the leaf blower. If we have a leaf blower, I don't even know. We might have a leaf blower, or it would have. I don't think I even have. What do you call that? A hair dryer? Oh, yes, I do. I do have a hair
You
dryer.
could use a hair dryer, I think. But a leaf blower is a really big wind gust.
Yeah, you're partial to the broom. Like
I mean, we
said.
have mics.
funny.
Why would I use a broom? I have 17 mics here.
Because we wouldn't be doing it in here. We would have to be like outside or something.
I guess.
No, they do it in the house. I have a video.
Oh.
I had a video TikTok of the making of this, and there's 3 guys
Yeah, they
behind the
carry-
camera,
Yeah.
right? So
I've
the
seen it,
girl's
yeah.
sitting there. She's got a coat on, and she had like a hat on, and they've got 2.
They got one guy opening the garage.
Oh no, this one, there's a young woman there, and they got the ring light and everything set up. So there's 2 guys with broomsticks, and they have like fishing line on there. So when she does this, the hat comes off, the jacket comes off, and then the guy grabs the hair dryer and he's blowing her hair back, and she's singing into this thing. And then at the end, he takes one of those things that pops like confetti.
Yeah.
And it's falling down on her and all. And I thought to myself, oh my God, all this to make a 45-second TikTok.
Not
Crazy.
Yeah.
even. It's like 10 seconds.
It's like, yeah. I mean, I'd consider it, but it will take a lot of planning. I mean, it's not something I'd be like, I'm going to go. I mean, remember when you asked me to do those one reels? Like it took me 2 days to get you like
Yeah.
10 seconds of audio.
Yeah, like
Or
plus
video.
I need a dress for that. I need a sequin dress.
Oh my gosh. But thank you, Patrick, for sending that in. And hey, if
forget it,
people
dude.
ask enough, if you want to, like, I don't know. I wish we had like some kind of
If you'd
charity,
like to come
like
over
a
and
charity
help me
event.
record it, blow the shit in my face, and play the music for me, maybe I'll consider it. But it is a lot of production.
God.
I don't have the time nor the wherewithal to do that video for no reason. I mean, not that it's no reason just because you want it. It's just no reason because how's that even remotely? Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. I'm not
You
doing
can
it.
have a strategy.
I'd sooner sing it myself at at a karaoke bar
Oh my God.
than do it for TikTok. It's crazy talk. All right. Anyway.
I would have to. Okay. So anyway, let's, there's a job opening that you wanted to talk
Flintstone
about.
Media. Yep. Flintstone Media. Our friend Jemmy Ligonier is doing, she's hiring at her company, Flintstone Media. And we'll have the link in the show notes if you want to check it out. But basically the role is, it's business administration for her podcast company, 10 hours of work per week and will quickly escalate to full time as responsibilities grow. The task will mostly be administrative. The vision for the person in this role is to learn the ins and outs of the business side of podcasting, eventually evolving into our future position of business manager. And in particular, through work with Flintstone, there will be opportunities for fun and light travel. The ideal person is a go-getter and a passion for both business and podcasting. So check it out. It's exciting that she's hiring for staff, and congratulations to you, Jemmy. And she would be probably delightful to work for.
Totally.
So,
Absolutely.
check it out.
All right. And now moving on to our discussion part. Everything is on a theme. I just realized that everything here is on a theme, but actually what I wanted to do is redo this thing here because it goes like this. Here we go. Firstly, I found how Acast, I found this article on gal-dem.com talking about Acast, how Acast is supporting the next generation of podcasters. And in reading this article, I realized that Acast is doing so much good stuff here for podcasters in general, especially producers that often don't get, the cash to be able to produce things. So I'm going to have that link in the show notes. But the thing that is addressed in this article is what they're doing, which is called Acast Amplifier. Acast Amplifier. And it's sort of like the Sound Up boot camp kind of thing they'll have like all kinds of extra things going on for them. It says that, the Acast Amplifier is a new podcast incubator program launched to discover and mentor the next generation of podcast talent. So you get an opportunity to pitch yourself at acastamplifier.com and develop your ideas, be able to get as much support as they possibly can by talking with you to get that idea off the ground there. Now, the interesting thing here is that one of the key things that I noticed when I was looking at the bottom is that here's the key thing that a lot of people often ask when these things come up. Quote, this is from the page, the 3 winners will have full ownership of all IP we create after they are selected, audio, design, original music, and copy. For the avoidance of doubt, each applicant shall retain any and all intellectual property rights in and to any idea submitted. So feel safe that somebody is not going to run with this. It is £2,500 grant to get started. They get free hosting for life with Acast. They get an equipment package, the MV7, which you see right here, podcast kit, 24 hours of free audio, a studio time at Pirate, which is I assume it's a UK studio, a free license of Adobe Audition, support on artwork and design from Crack Magazine and CC & Co., scripting, editing, and audio support from Crack Magazine and CC & Co., support on delivery, hosting, and monetization from Acast, and advice and mentoring from the Acast Amplifier panel. So this looks like very amazing. I believe that this is open until, I think, mid-March. Applications are open from January 25th and they close on March 14th. So if this is you and you have an idea and you want some support, and do it. I'm not sure if this is UK only. That's one thing I didn't really read on, but it might be everywhere, I think. But that's a pretty extensive, all the things. They get all the things, which is great.
That's awesome.
I know. So yay. So that's something to think about. And then there was this other thing that I saw from Australia. The Jesse Cox Audio Fellowship wants you to tell your Aussie story. And that one's got a $15,000 prize money for it, for whoever wins. And you will
Wow.
get a year-long professional
15.
development program, mentorship and networking opportunities, professional introductions, and other various aspects of support relevant to their targeted niche.
Very
So
nice.
there's that. And so all links to all of this, if this is you, will be available to you in the show notes, which finally brought me to our friend Danielle Corbett, or Desire Corbett.
Corbett. Yeah.
From WOC Podcasters, and she has started a Substack. And she now, I just saw on Twitter, has surpassed the 400 person subscription, which is amazing. So what Danielle has done is she's creating a Substack / newsletter, is grants for creators. And so what she is doing is focusing on looking for as much cash out there that is out in the space so that she can compile it into one newsletter. And then you get like the gift of having just coming to your inbox, and you get all of that curated for you. So she's finding the cash. She is sharing it with you. You can click through, again, links all in the show notes, and sign up. Now, here's the kicker here. Yes, of course, this is free, but it is on Substack. So if you do want to pay Danielle for her time in doing this work for you, you can sign up and pay, because it's a Substack. So you can definitely do that. And if you're wondering like, oh, I don't know, there are some free, like not free, but past editions of what she's got on there. You can read them and you can see that it's no joke. She spends quite a bit of time curating grants, writing competitions, paid opportunities, like leadership fellowships. Like, it's not just grants for it's like all cash for creators.
Pretty awesome,
So
right?
It is phenomenal. So good for her. I am super stoked with that.
Right. Okay. Anything else we need to discuss today? I think we need to tell you about Linktree before we go.
Oh, yes.
Because we cannot forget that. Linktree is the one way that is the best way to share links with your followers, especially on social media. So all that copy pasting where you go here, go over there, download this app, that app, that is a thing of the past thanks to Linktree. With Linktree, creators, brands, and businesses can build custom launch pads for their digital lives. You can share links, embed new videos, direct fans to a shop, even collect tips, all in one place. So if you go to linktree.com, you can get 3 free months of Linktree Pro with the coupon code ShePodcast. So run, don't walk to do that. And I wanted to tell you about my podcast biz really quick, if you don't mind. If you go to ShePodcast.com, my podcast biz, you can check out the 90-day certification program for being a podcast manager. You'll learn every skill, strategy, and mindset hack to achieve your ideal lifestyle of freedom and balance while working from home. Definitely check this out if you want to work remotely. Being a podcast manager is flexible, financially freeing, fulfilling. So don't forget to check out shepodcast.com/mypodcastbiz. They also have a Facebook group too on this page. So check that out if you were interested in having a career in podcasting. Woohoo!
Now
what
this
else?
This might be some breaking news. You want me to break it to you?
Break it, baby.
All right.
Do
Here we
it.
go. Spotify and Amazon consider takeover bids for podcast platform Audio Boom.
What?
Oh my God. Spotify and Amazon are mulling potential takeover bids for London-listed podcasting platform Audio Boom, which has enjoyed a surge in revenues through the pandemic, according to reports. So this sounds really bad. Check this out. This sentence. The two tech giants have been circling the London-listed firm in recent weeks and could launch bids this month. It sounds like they're like these birds that are just circling around wanting to make the purchase. So anyway, the formal approach could still fail to materialize according to the sources, and it was not clear how the firms would react to the public disclosure of their interest. Anyway, I will put a link in the show notes for that, because I just happened to see this come by, and that is a very interesting thing. Very interesting for me. And speaking of, though, I feel like I kind of want to know a little bit of something from you, Jess, because you have been very active in creating TikToks.
I have. What's up?
And so I am curious as to how it's going for you and how it feels for you to create TikToks, because they're hilarious, by the way.
Thank you.
So there's that layer that I kind of want to talk about, but then possibly which I don't know about, how are they actually doing? Like, is it worth it? Right. And when do you say yay or nay? But anyway, go ahead. I'd like to hear your take on, you've been creating TikToks. I'd love to hear your process.
So the process has been watch a bunch of reels and TikToks and start saving audios of ones that you think could apply to your life, or, I don't want to say your business, because I'm going to assume you don't have a business. I was just going to say, because I don't have a business, but I do have a business, but our business is the community. So it's like, what applies to podcasting? What applies to this, my audience and the things that they would find funny? And even if it's completely off the map, like, for example, there's one I just did that was like, I love it when people think that I act like I don't give a shit because I'm not acting. That applies to almost everybody, but it's like specifically
my favorite.
Specifically our audience will appreciate that. So I find little things like that. And then so at first it was like when I had a free moment, which was never, I would do one. And then I realized, like, okay, if I can do my hair and makeup, twice a week, then I will be able to do TikToks on those days. And so it just so happens that, Monday, because we record, I do my makeup and my hair and I shower and all the things. So before and after we record, I try to bang some out. So I maybe do like 6 at a time, which, is like a couple weeks worth. They're not going to do all of them in one shot. And right now, the ones that trend the most are under 10 seconds. So not only is it like, it's easy to find those, but it's like, it's really easy to do them. I only have to do it, like, I want to say 17 times because that's a joke, but like 4 times, 7 seconds, depending on what it is, can be a lot of recording if you can't remember what the hell it is you're trying to say. So there's remembering what it is. There's being in sync with what it is, which is also difficult. And then there's looking into the camera versus not looking into the camera. Those are the 3 things that I struggle with, meaning this is why I have to do it so many times. So I don't practice, though. I just do it. I turn it on. I use a timer, and then I just do it. I fuck it up. I delete that. I do it again. I fuck it up. I delete that. I do it again. And I just keep doing it until there's only one piece I'm getting wrong. And then I can just be like, I can either write out the script, which is bad because now I know when I write up the script, I'm like, I look down. I also have to make sure that you can't see me like touching the phone to turn the thing on and off. Like, it's tricky. So there are certain things that I struggle with. But as far as like doing them, they've been really fun. There's only one that I've done with like tricks. Like I'm moving my head to side and going up and down. That part was fun. But like, I really want more tricks. And also like everyone does these like transformation ones where you're not wearing any makeup and your hair looks like balls. And then woo, all of a sudden you're gorgeous. Like, I don't have the wherewithal to do those before shots. I never think of it before. I actually thought of it this morning because I used a brush and brushed on my hair, and I was like, this would be hilarious as a before shot because it was like Diana Ross. Huge.
Yeah.
But other than that, I never think to do that, like to do a before. So I don't know if I'll ever be one of those people, but I want to learn how to do, just shots where I'm either 2 different people talking to myself, or I don't know. I'd like to branch out a little bit more. Right now I'm just doing 7-second snippets, and so far they've been fun and funny. People tell me they're funny. I mean, I don't know how many of the ones I've showed you recently have gone live, but here's what I will say. the social media team that we work with is constantly asking me to do more because they say it's the most performing social media we put out. And then I had a meeting the other day with our Facebook ad manager, and they said that it will by far be the most thing. That's the thing in all ads that's performing the best. So you do TikToks, whichever one goes haywire, that's the one you use for an ad. And you start running traffic to it all the time. So we're I don't know that they've done a lot of TikTok advertising, but we're going to try it with that just to see which ones do well for She Podcasts, and then we're going to sort of like blast them out, especially if they're like promos for the membership or promos for the event, things like that. So if you haven't done them yet, just know that you're missing out on your best performing social media. And in my case, it's probably because they're funny, because I think if I was like, here's 3 tips in podcasting, like,
yes,
I can't look at a camera without being funny. So I would either be doing it sarcastically. Like I can teach, because I do teach, but like not as a 15-second TikTok. If it's 15 seconds, I have to be ridiculous and then get out.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. I mean, Elsie, you could probably teach. But
I'm torn. Like I'm still trying to figure, because the thing that stops me from doing that is the logistics, the actual logistics. Where am I gonna where am I gonna sit? Where is the camera gonna be? How I'm gonna do the process of it, and exactly what you're talking about. Either I'm not, because I do that with this camera too, with my little with the phone camera. When I was doing like my own little, I did a whole thing for 100 days leading to my 50th birthday. I actually finished that project. I just haven't edited it together. So I have like all of that. But what sucked with me is that every time I turned the camera on, I would forget where the camera was. And so I was looking at the opposite side. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I have to do that. I have to fix that. I have to do it over again. And not, it's hard. And even though I did that, what I did then for 100 days leading to my 50th birthday, I never filmed anything longer than 30 minutes. I usually would do anything that was around 30 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah,
30 seconds.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. No, nothing went over 30 seconds. Generally it was anywhere from like 10 to 12 seconds long. That's how much of a snippet I did every day. And that even started to feel really like a heavy lift for me, particularly because after I did it, I would have to edit it. And that's when I started to lose it. So with Reels and TikTok, first of all, you have to use your phone, because if you don't record in the app, there are like, especially with I think with Instagram, you can download your video if you haven't posted it, but it will not allow you to download the audio. Right. In other words, you have to post it in order to grab it. So what happens with me for Instagram is I do the whole thing in Instagram Reels. I post it, save it, delete it so no one can see it, but it has to go live or you can't get your audio. So you can't use a regular camera also, because it has to sync with the soundbite that's in Instagram and TikTok. Like you're choosing that audio. So you kind of have to hit record in those apps. So that kind of solves your, which camera am I going to use and where it's going to be. A desktop tripod has been good, but also I take it and I go here and I go in front of me and I look down at it and I look up at it. Like you can use as long as you hide, especially if you lean to one side, you can't tell necessarily that it's your arm that's doing it. You can sort of lean to the other side, so it looks like the camera's up there, not your arm. If that makes sense. No, it does. Yeah.
Or a selfie stick. I've got my
selfie sticks, but here's the problem with the selfie sticks. It's I haven't gotten the logistics of like when the audio, because those audios come in quick, right?
Yeah.
So when the audio comes in, it's like you have to be like, go. And if you have the thing, how do you press the?
There's a timer,
remote control.
Both of them have a timer that does like a countdown. You can TikTok will either do a 3, 5, or 10. So like with 10, you hit the button and then you get in place across the room if you want. It's that far. Right. But like normally it's 3, 2, 1. But yes, Instagram has this weird bug where like you miss the first second of audio. So oftentimes you have to start before you can hear it. which is
Right.
really annoying. So that is another reason why I keep having to start over, because I get off sync because I can't hear the first second of the audio. But
Yeah.
but the timer helps with that, because you'll hear it if there's a timer. It helps with that. But like also there's some where like if it does come in right away, the timer will screw you up because you think you have an extra minute, but you don't. So sometimes it's easier to just be like, hello, because it's right there. It just
Yeah.
depends. So the ones that come in right away, sometimes it's easier to just do them right away because it's coming.
Right.
And also, I mean, but you can play with that. But yeah, there are logistics that I think are weird, but I don't know that I would necessarily let it prevent you from doing them. And the other thing is like you kind of have to do them so you know which ones work for you and which ones you're
No, I
funny
know.
doing.
Like anything else, you have to do the thing. And what I have noticed, because I have played with some reels without faces, right? So you don't have to do, that's another thing. You don't have to do a reel with your face. You don't have to do a reel with
No.
a person, right? So I've done the
Correct.
non-person reels, but the key to a lot of that stuff too is exactly what you're talking about, which is the audio. The trending audios are the things that make people really love a lot of these videos versus how fancy the video itself is.
Yeah.
That's a huge boost. And this is another note, which I don't know how true it is for us. And then I think that there are some algorithms inside of Instagram that kind of are a little interesting.
Yeah,
So
they're both interesting. Yeah.
I've done Libsyn reels and I've done Elsie reels. Okay. Like meaning on my account, like
yeah.
my account, I've only done like a couple just to play around and they never went out, just messing around. But for Libsyn, I have done some in app. But what's weird is inside of the Libsyn Instagram account, which is a company account, right? You don't get the same music as you do with the Elsie account. And my Elsie account is also a business account. So they're both business accounts, but I get a lot more musical choices for myself than Libsyn has on their account.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. I don't know why like you can search for a bunch of songs. Like I can just choose a song and have that song come up. Whereas in the Libsyn account, those songs don't exist. They're usually like random songs that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know what this is. So that's interesting too when it comes to a lot of that stuff. And I do have a lot of audio saved for myself because there are some that I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah, I
this
have
is
hundreds.
genius audio. I have so many of them saved in there.
Yeah.
Never done one of them. But I always think like, well, that'll be good at some point.
Yeah, you'll do it. And also I save audio that I think would be funny if you and I did together. I do that a lot. There's ones that I think would be funny if you popped in. Yeah, but I'm thinking like, would we look like we're duetting each other like this? Like maybe it would have to be, like us talking like this.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not really sure how we would necessarily do it, but I do hold audio thinking it would be funny if Elsie was this part and I was this part. Like Too Many Dicks on the Dance Floor.
Well, we did do that one.
I haven't put it together yet because I can't find the audio where like I just want it to be that piece that goes too many dicks on the dance floor. Too many dicks. But like it has a whole verse in front of it so far that I want to get rid of. So I just haven't edited it together, but I would like to. Because I think it would be funny.
I thought that I did. I know. I was bummed. I finally did something for you.
You did? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I finally did that video for you and I scared you.
I will do it. I will. Yeah, that was.
You said I scared
but
you.
But it was
anyway.
great though. No, it was great though. It was great. Sorry, I'm trying to find the ones from She Podcast and it just like showed up out of nowhere. View profile. Let's see.
Terry asked me if my account a business or creator account. And you know what? In all honesty, I have no idea how to even find. I'm trying to find that information to see if that's the thing.
What did she ask? Wait.
Whether or not if it's a business or creator account, because there are.
Well, TikTok, you should be creator because you get paid.
TikTok, dude. I mean, I have an account on TikTok, but I'm not on TikTok.
Right.
I think I'm a business account.
Yeah, I am, I think, too.
Yeah, it looks like I'm a business account.
Yeah.
It says switch account type and then add new professional account. I don't even know what that is. There's like so many things that are happening on these places that it's like on IG. Yeah. The creator account. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I actually don't even know who knows? But still, though, it is.
We should
what I
post in the
do.
group. Hey, so if you are listening, follow us on Instagram at She Podcast and follow us on TikTok at She Podcast, please, so that you can help critique our reels and our videos and tell us what you like and maybe what you don't like and all these other things. I don't know. Just to help us out.
Yeah, I
man.
don't think that there's a lot of people like. I don't think people know. That would be something for us to just pitch and just say like, follow us on TikTok.
Right.
Because I don't think we talked about that.
We
that
haven't.
it's- So follow us on TikTok. That would be fantastic. And the end.
And yeah, and off we go.
Yeah, I have one tool tip before we
Let's
leave.
have
in
it,
addition to what-
please.
So this is actually a really interesting thing that I just started to implement, and I don't know how long this has been out. And I believe Safari does this, but now Chrome does it as well. And you can have these tab groups. You can create tab groups. And what's really neat is that you can name them. So let's say, usually I had like 50,000 tabs open, and now I don't have 50,000. I have like 5, but every time that you tap on the group, it expands and it has all the ones that are in alignment with that. So meaning I live as of late on Google Drive because everybody uses Google Drive. And Libsyn, we use Google Drive all the time. She Podcast uses Google Drive all the time for like some of the She Podcast stuff that I do every week. And so now I can just tap on that and it goes and it expands all the different pages that I'm referencing and looking at and putting information with. So that's happening. And then
Cool.
I also have a social one. So if I tap on the social, it opens up like Agorapulse, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whenever I have to go do things for social things and following up on stuff. So I'm like, this is fabulous because now I don't have to have all those tabs open all the time. I can just tap them, and they're great because you can color code them and name them. So you name them whatever you want to name them, and you can change the color and just have them be the thing. So I'm like, this is fabulous because that way I can just put some things underneath a tab group that maybe sometimes, I don't know if you do this, but I definitely do this. I don't tend to close tabs that I want. It's kind of like a to-do for me. Instead of like, I leave them open because it's either they require something. I either have to share that, I have to read the article, I have to, reference it it's an example for something else needs to happen when I have this tab open. And usually they stay there forever. But they still, like, I don't want to close the tab. I need it there. And this will be great because that way I can just put that inside of that tab and kind of like call it something like to do.
Yeah.
And then I'll just put them into a tab and close it up. And that way it doesn't take up everything on my Chrome. So I just thought I'd share that.
Thank
it
you.
was a very nice little thing. I was going to create a She podcast group so that it opens up our show notes and StreamYard. But then I realized I always have to click on the StreamYard.
Yeah.
So then who knows? Maybe I'll just have the Streamyard thing. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that.
Melissa says she's the same way.
Oh, good. We'll see. We have a kindred spirit.
Yes.
I have a kindred spirit. Yes.
So much so, yes.
So much so. Okay. I think we're finished for today.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you for watching live if you have done so. And thank you for listening if you have not done so. You can find out when we're going to go live in advance by texting hello to, help me, I don't remember.
302. Do you remember that?
Hold on. Just sorry, John. Let's see. I know it's in our show notes from last year, so let me just take a look here. Where the fuck is it?
302-240-3425.
Yes, thank you. Go ahead and text hello to 302-230-6425.
240. Let me say that. Go ahead and text hello to 302-240-3425.
And that will let you know when we are going live, as well as when some other things are happening. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at She Podcast. So please check us out there. Thank you guys so much for listening. We support you and we appreciate you and we love you.
Mean it.
Bye. And we are out.
Okay, we can
Ow.
shut off the recording and save it.
Yes.
Okay.
That new tab group thing is pretty cool. I got to dive into that.
Yeah. it is-
Right?
I really liked it. It popped in my face. The other
You
day
know-
I was just like in Chrome, and then all of a sudden it said, "You have this thing." And I didn't I didn't pay attention. And then the next time I thought,
I like
What
the
was
idea
that
of being
thing?
able to put StreamYard and a couple other things that I would use in there.
Yeah.
It's funny. I knew I had the phone number for the texting. I knew I had it in
the thingies. Yeah.
right. But the thing is, I'm in yours and not in mine.
Oh, that's right. Well, I have it in ours too. I have it in ours too, but it's
That's
in
the
a different.
banner?
It's in a different place. No, I have it in. You should see it. It's one of the things. You just don't know. Like I have
Yeah.
it all set up in the thing.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, because I'm sitting there looking and I'm like, I don't see anything. Oh,
Um,
here it is. There it is at the bottom. now I found it.
So yeah, it's like a little thingy.
Alrighty. I love
All
it.
right.
You guys are doing feedback, and it says, listen, we got called out because it said Jess would not give it up. That cracked me.
I don't know why. Just for ornery sake, I guess. Was that bad? Why would we get caught? Who fucking cares?
Because that's the point of the conversation. When you say things and you're on a podcast, it's kind of like you're doing like what
Journalism.
it's that dude. It's the guy again. He says one thing and then you literally just said, "Who cares?" That's exactly what he's been saying. Who cares? What is my responsibility? Who cares? That's what he's saying. That's what you just said.
It's funny because I come at this as because I'm a huge fan of him. And so
course
I'm
you are.
watching this. Of course I am. I'm a bro. So anyhow, and the broadcast. What am I going to do?